Welcome to Goat Talk Live.
I don't know. I get a little tired of hearing, right?
The 99 is terrible. Here, I'm lacking for some reason. It's real white and flabby.
WTF. What are we doing?
Eddie, I tell everybody to listen that we're a really big deal.
Continues to grow and grow and grow.
Well, after a week off and just taking some time, I don't know what for, but we're back with Goat Talk. So welcome, everybody. Come on in, pull up a chair. We're ready to roll. And got Patrick here tonight. Pat, how we doing tonight?
It's not that exciting. It really isn't. I get it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you sound excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, we took off last week for some reason or another. I think things were happening. Things happened. Yeah. Life happened. And then we found out today, only but 10 minutes ago, we don't even have to show up if we don't want to.
Yeah, we were going to have a guest on tonight, a very important guest.
That's true.
And we're not going to, I'm not going to say who it is. But they forgot and they're not here. But hey, look, this is the best hour and a half long, 1 hour podcast you're going to get. Right. So we got plenty of opportunities to fill the space and we can chit chat and stuff. And we're just good to hang out with everybody. Everybody in chat's already typing stuff out. Noah Hogard already first in chat. John Lawless doing some good work. Happy to have everybody in chat as always. And, Goat Talk is, I don't know, a little bit of thinking back about Goat Talk. Goat Talk has always been designed to keep everybody, up to date on what's going on with the nonprofit. But it's kind of turned into a cool little community event. It's good time to sit down, sort of a fireside chat, sitting around the campfire. Hopefully with no bunnies in it, and just talking and chatting, talking about the league, talking about whatever we want to talk about, have fun, have a few laughs. And I love what Goat Talk has turned into. And, we're happy to talk about the nonprofit and stuff, but it's just so cool to spend this time with the community. And it definitely feels like it is always bustling. So thank y'all for always watching. And I know I see your sad faces whenever we don't have it. So we're back this week and we got plenty to talk about. So we'll jump right into it, I guess. I don't know. We want to thank SAVE22 for their sponsorship of the podcast. We are presented by SAVE22. I stopped by on Tuesday, checked out Tuesday Talk. They were having a great episode. Go check that one out. It's worth it. Go check them out. They do fantastic things. We're always really happy to have them a part of Goat Locker, and if we can support them in any way, that's what we want to do. So go over there, give them a like, give them a view, comment, tell them you appreciate them and all the work they do. If you're at an NHRA drag event, maybe stop by and say hello. They'll probably be there. And we got to thank ATYL Media, Taylor Kitchen over there for allowing us to be a part of her ever-growing empire, and we get to be a small part of it. And use her platform for Goat Locker, and we can't thank her enough. And so definitely go check out NASCAR.shop. That's NASCAR with a D .shop, and go check out their what they got going on over there if you're into that type of stuff, and maybe find something that you're looking for. And if you do, tell them that ATYL Media sent them. That's one of their sponsors, and we love to support those who support us, and they definitely ATYL Media does a great job of that. So. All right. Well, all of the good stuff out of the way, Pat, man, what catches up in your world, man? What's going on at IRL, as they call it? You had an FFA convention. You've had some stuff going on in Goat Locker. There's been all kinds of, early preparations for the next season. And, it never stops. We don't even get to enjoy the end of the playoffs before we start talking about next season. And that's because there's so much going on. So, man, tell me what's been going on with you.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited to talk about next season here a little bit. Everything's in planning, and me and you can kind of talk about some things too about next season. But you're right. The machine doesn't stop around here. And just as you alluded to before, it's like the minute we stop the machine, we start getting bludgeoned to death. If you don't do a Goat Talk, my goodness, there's an uprising. And then, we usually take that 3 weeks off in between seasons, which is very, very short. But people lose their minds. They're like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, goat locker racing isn't racing.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just a testament to who we are and how much people want to be involved and enjoy what we're doing. I would agree with you fully that I've really enjoyed what Goat Talk has turned into. It's fun. It's fun to sit here and chat, and I'm going to say it's fun most of the time to read the comments. This really depends on what they are and who's in chat and all the other fun stuff. But we get some interesting ones in there too. Remember the bunnies. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Skylar. But yeah, it's just been incredible. And then it's been deep breath. It's been busy. Just incredibly busy across the board. If you've been around Goat Locker Racing more than I'd say since breakfast, you realize that we're just growing at this incredible pace. And every time I turn my head around, somebody else wants to get involved. Some other organization. We're putting together things for our veterans and first responders, and then we spent the week at the FFA convention. And what better place to be when you have the name Goat Locker than to be at an FFA convention? What I thought, right?
I'm sure they were very disappointed when y'all showed up talking about sim racing.
Yeah, we didn't have any fun.
They were like, no goats, none?
Yeah, But that was the second year in a row we've been there with Lincoln Tech, one of our phenomenal sponsors. And I think, last week, Monday, it was dropping off the equipment at Lincoln Tech so we could load it onto their trailer, and they took it to downtown Indianapolis. Tuesday was setting everything up at the convention center with them and helping them get some stuff set up as well. And then it was all day Wednesday and all day Thursday, and then pack out on Friday. And one of the coolest things for me was seeing some of the kids that I saw last year.
Yeah.
Some of the young men and women that came up that, stopped by last year and, wanted another shot at the title. And, how freaking cool was that? That these kids remembered us and wanted to come back and hang out with us. And then this year, Matco again put up an impact driver. And that tent right there was made by Jam Printing and Promotions, by the way.
Nice.
Oh yeah. She's been doing some stuff with Lincoln Tech as well, which I think is incredible. And I don't know, it's just for me, it's fun. It's busy, but it's just refreshing to be around those sharp young men and women.
Yeah.
You hear, I don't know, depending on what news outlet you go to and all this other kind of fun stuff, or what social media you pay attention to, or I don't know, that America's going this direction or that direction or blah, blah, blah. I challenge you, go hang out at an FFA convention, as weird as that sounds, and you're going to see some of the very best that our nation has to offer. These are sharp young men and women, just good, hardworking, and super respectable. And I know I talked about this last year too, when I got done with it. Just, I leave there kind of inspired, that, the youth of our nation, we're in good hands. Maybe not all good hands, some good hands, a few good hands. We'll go with that. We'll go with that one. We're in a few good hands. And so, but no, it was cool. Andy, was out there with us, and John came out for a little while too and was helping shuffle kids on and off the sim rig. And I told John at one point in time, and he kind of laughed. I don't know if he took it as a joke or not, but I'm going to say it as a joke anyway. I think he missed his calling in life. Like John Lawless should be a carny. Like the way he was just shuffling kids on and off the sim, and he's explaining it to them, and and you're gonna take that first lap, and you're gonna build up your momentum, and that's okay if you hit the wall, because you got 2 more laps, so you're gonna take the next lap and you'll build your momentum, and you're gonna want to do. Every kid that got on and off this thing, he was just full sales pitch, and then he was like the driver coach for each one of them. It was so cool. And but I was so happy to have John out there too and get him involved. And it's fun, man. When I get to do stuff like that, it's fun. It's a long week, but man, it's fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love reminding ourselves that there's a lot of positivity. You can surround yourself with negativity, Not that I'm going to get on any kind of weird soapbox here, but
Eh.
I've gotten off of all social media. I deleted my Facebook, got rid of TikTok, got rid of it, pretty much every social media platform that I could, because the negativity was just kind of overwhelming, just nonstop. And it's nice to be remembered that, not everybody is mad all the time. Sometimes it's good to to remember that. So I'm glad y'all had a good experience. Keeping Goat Locker out there, spending time with Lincoln Tech. That's always such a good thing. It seems like y'all really enjoy each other, and it's just awesome. It's awesome to see Goat Locker continuing to go to these events and going back to events over and over again. I think that's what's cool. It's not just going to events for the first time, but making a sort of Goat Locker sort of a mainstay in these places. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's another one of these small milestones for Goat Locker Racing. When we do, just like you said, this year it was the second year for the car show. It's the second year at the FFA convention, and so yeah, we're getting more and more out there in the public, and more people are seeing us, and it's the repeat things that are, it's never lost on me. Even as we were setting up, for the FFA in the exact same booth we were in last year. Getting everything set up, it just brought back a lot of really cool memories about, holy smokes, it was a year ago that we were still, I won't say we were trying to figure out our way, but, we were kind of figuring out our way a little bit, and we're back again this year. So that's probably going to be the last in-person event that we do this year. Holidays coming up and everything like that. There's no big kind of conventions or anything like that. So that'll give me the opportunity to get the sim rig back inside, break it down, get everything cleaned up, greased up, updated, all that other fun stuff. When you shuffle that many people on and off that thing, it gets a little funky.
That gets you a little bit of Febreze.
Gonna need some Febreze, because God bless our farmers, but not all of them wear deodorant. You know what I'm saying?
Heaven forbid they smell like farmers.
Yeah, heaven forbid. They smell like a farmer. So, but yeah, it'll give me the opportunity to do that, unload everything, and not to say if an event doesn't pop up, we'll load that trailer right back up and get after it. But yeah,
what I love the most. Well, what I loved so much about Goat Locker, besides just what you guys already do, which is amazing to start with, but it's amazing to do things for veterans and first responders, but it's another thing to involve veterans and first responders, and that's what I love, giving first responders and veterans a place to be involved and put their mark on it. John Lawless, not to blow smoke up his butt, man, but if you're going to have a goat of the week, it's got to be his effort and his decision to step up and say, hey, I want to be a part of this. Let me make these graphics, which are awesome, by the way. And, just giving folks an opportunity to do something, for their community, which is just great, man. It's never really lost on me what Goat Locker is. It's just a constant reminder when I get in the Discord and I see people doing things, and of course their passion. Negativity can sometimes sort of can kind of be, you could attribute it to passion. If you love something so much and you disagree with something, that can kind of bring out an irritable, thing. So even when folks are, get irritated or mad, it's usually coming from a good place of like, hey, I really care about this place and I want it to be really good. So, I just want to say thanks to everybody that is a part of this community who has stepped up, especially in the last 6 months. I feel like there's been an explosion in members, but also an explosion in volunteers and people willing to give their time to Goat Locker that's been sorely needed. So, and it's going to continue only to be needed. So, just appreciate everybody that does that, puts in time and effort and their own time to do that. So, a lot of folks out there doing it.
Yeah, and it's another one of those. I don't think I could have explained it much better than you did. It's just kind of humbling, that people will take, what free time that they have, and nowadays it's kind of a rare thing. Yeah. What free time they have and dedicate it to helping us be better, and to do better, and that's everything from just taking over race control.
Yeah,
and I don't know really who would want to do that. Not only are you the most hated man in that race, you also have to, kind of answer to Tim Jones, and
yeah,
that's awful. I mean, that's just terrible.
Yeah,
but there's just it's so humbling every time I turn my head around. Somebody else is volunteering. Somebody else is stepping up. or I'll see it in the race control chat that somebody needs to fill in, and 3 people will be like, yeah, I got you. I see it in the broadcast chat too. And when you're putting out your schedules and, hey, we need to fill this gap because this person's out, and like 2 or 3 people, yeah, I got you. No sweat. I'll be on that one. And that really is at the core what Goat Locker Racing is. It's just people, specifically, veterans and first responders helping each other out and being there for one another. So yeah, it's too cool, man. Way too cool.
Yeah.
There we go. Go to the week is over with now. We've already been through it. We don't even got to pull up the graphic.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, if you want to get into broadcasting, if you think you want to announce or do some production, we need everybody that we can get. We've got a lot of demand. We've got, there's some babies coming. I don't know. We've got a lot of babies coming down the line. So, we'll be maybe needing some folks here soon. So if you've ever been interested in it, yes, it can be a lot. It could be a lot at once, but I like to trial by fire. I like to put you in there and just go. So if you got the idea that, hey, I might be good at this, there ain't but one way to find out, and that's to put you in the booth and see how it goes. And so if you're interested, don't be scared, don't be worried, jump in, and we'll probably try to find a place to use you as a backup for now for this season, since we're pretty much locked into place. But next season, you never know. So we're always looking for people that are interested in. You don't need any kind of experience or anything. So that's my little ad.
I love it. Yeah. And don't be afraid. This is Goat Locker Racing. Let's just go have some fun. It doesn't, and if you want to step up and volunteer, then step up and volunteer. We will find a place for you. We'll make it happen. You might not, we'll make it happen. You never know.
Yeah. It is work now. You don't just show up and you got to actually do something. So
or not show up.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be able to wake up on time too. We don't want to start a broadcast 33 laps into the race. That's also important. No, but so a lot coming up down the line. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. It looks like you did a podcast with Sim Pitt this today.
Yeah, that was so much fun. It was so fun meeting them at the Sim Expo up in Chicago, and it was incredible to meet them.
For people who don't know, tell people what Sim Pitt is.
It's a podcast. All right.
By whom?
I was supposed to add more to that. My bad. That's it's Sean Cole, and if you've been around this for any amount of time, Sean Cole has been doing the Sim Pit for 15 years at this point in time. Many people refer to him as the OG.
Yeah, he's the grandfather of sim racing, in my opinion. Something like that.
And it was back in the day. Before all these 80-20 rigs and all this other stuff, he'd show you how to put one together out of 2x4s or PVC pipe, and he'd send you the cut list or whatever, and so he's had this tremendous following forever. And then his partner Amir, and Amir is a Air Force veteran, and so it was incredible to talk to him. But when we had a chance to talk to Sean and Amir up at the Sim Expo, of course Amir immediately understood what we were doing. Immediately understood it because he's an Air Force veteran. And so, they were like, we have to get you on the show. We have to get you on the show. We have to get you on the show. And it just finally kind of came to fruition today, and schedules lined up and all that other stuff. And, it's just fun to talk about it. It's fun to talk about who we are and what we do. And so they're going to be, it's not a live show like this, which I was almost kind of grateful for, because, he's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, we're live, and he's recording. And then he had to re-record the opening thing 3 times because he kept messing it up. I'm like, oh, you can do retakes? Oh, that's not how we roll on Thursday nights, man. We go live.
No, it's not.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
You can't call it Goat Talk Live if it's recorded. That's called true. Goat Talk Recorded. And that doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
No. And so, once he gets it all edited and all those types of things, they're going to do some promotion on their end to promote it on their channels, and then it'll launch. And so I'm looking forward to that, man. They have a huge following. I think they got almost 60,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you have not ever checked out the Sim Pit, guess what you get to do right now? You get to go on YouTube, you get to look up the Sim Pit, and you get to smash that subscribe button. As simple as that. I mean, you're not doing it for Goat Locker. You might as well do it for somebody else.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Well, that's cool, man. It's cool. I remember watching him from the very early days of iRacing, and I mean, he's been a huge part of this community. So it's cool that you got to sit down and chat with him. So I can't wait to see that, and everybody be looking out for that. That'll be worth the watch. And as always, I always kind of say whenever Goat Locker is being promoted somewhere, it sure does help the creator know that Goat Locker is worth their time. Creators build things not on because they want to, because they love the thing. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's what drives viewership, and what drives people to their channel. So, once that comes out, just like the Matt Malone thing, hey, go in there and comment. Tell them how much you love Goat Locker and what it means to you. If it, don't lie. If it doesn't mean anything to you, don't do it. But if it does, then definitely go by and make sure you like and subscribe. Let them know that you appreciate having Goat Locker on. Yeah, don't go over there and tell them how much you hate Goat Locker.
Why would you be even tuned in tonight if it didn't mean anything to you? I mean,
some people hate watch stuff, man.
Really?
People hate watching NASCAR. That's
I
the
see
thing.
that all the time. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mind.
Like they're watching. Yeah, man, I can't stand this. I can't stand this. It's better when Dale was alive. It's unbelievable what I'm seeing. It's like, why are you watching?
Yeah, why are you making yourself angry? Just turn the channel, man. It's all good.
Yeah,
I do.
There's There's a British Australian on the broadcast. Get them off. I hate that Leia Defe guy. I hate him. Some bitch. Go back where he came from.
It's all right. We're off the rails already.
I just love they called him British when he was obviously Australian, but yeah. So there's a lot of people who hate watch stuff, but I'm sure there's a couple of hate watchers.
I don't think that we're doing that here on Goat Talk, but you never know.
I'm not really into hate watching. Maybe a little bit of weight watching I might need to do, but not too much hate watching. Let's look through here. You got your fundraiser. You done sent out everything, all the packages. I saw some screenshots of people who have gotten them. Some really cool stuff that got sent out. That fundraiser was so much fun and so awesome. Just the whole thing went well. Not a whole lot to really say that we hadn't already said already, but it's cool to see the prizes get out there. Yeah. So congratulations to everybody who got their stuff. And I know Pat did a lot of work in getting all that stuff going. And you know what, Pat? There was a reason why we did that. I heard that. There's a reason why we did all of that fundraising, and it was Pat. We got our 13th sim rig delivered. What about that?
That was pretty awesome, man. We set out with this goal to raise the money so we could finally present something to a first responder, and we well exceeded that goal. So I will put an asterisk right there and say we're not done. We're not done. This is part one of a two-part story. So we got a lot of nominations as well for that first responder. We got nominations from inside the league. We got nominations obviously outside the league. We had nominations from our sponsors, and compiled all that together, discussed it as a team. The whole process with our board and everything. And Mike Swartzen was selected. And I can't ever say it enough. What an incredible time. It's just, I get to do a lot of cool things, and I'm in a lot of cool meetings, and I've met some great people. And, sometimes I find myself in certain situations. I'm like, I can't believe I'm on the phone with so-and-so, or I can't believe this is happening. But when I get to do this, it makes everything well worth it. And, you pack that truck up. And so it was me, went and grabbed Andy, and then we grabbed Mitch from MK Fire Designs. Because what better sponsor to come with us than another fellow firefighter, and Mitch from MK Fire Designs. And we went out and met Mike Swartzen, and what an incredible guy. I mean, he served 4 years in the Air Force, kind of started off his life there. He was in the fire service there, and then left that and has been with the airport fire department here in Indianapolis for over 20 years. And as many people know, and I say this a few different times, but I have a very special place in my heart for first responders. My brother's a paramedic firefighter. We've got quite a few firefighters and first responders here in Goat Locker,
Mhm.
and what you all do is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, it takes somebody very special to run towards danger.
Yeah.
Not run away from it, but run right into the teeth of it. And that's
Yeah.
what first responders do every damn day. And it's incredible. So for us to be able to honor one of them that has been doing it for over 20 years is just, yeah, that was a pretty moving moment. It's a first for us. I don't know how many more firsts we're going to have. I mean, we're kind of getting through them here a little bit. But to go out there and meet him, meet part of his family. This one actually lined up too. We got the equipment dropped off. We got it delivered. We actually started assembling his rig a little bit. That was kind of cool. And then we all went to lunch together and had an incredible time over lunch and talking with him, and also, talking with Mitch a little bit more. And believe me, I pinged Mitch and I'm like, dude, you have to come on Go Talk. He's like, I know. I'm like, you should know. And I was like, tell me what, Thursday you're free. And I still haven't heard from him yet. So I'm going to have to ping him some more. But we're going to get, Mitch on here. Absolutely going to get Mitch on here. We'll get Mike on here as well. He's actually on shift today. That's the crazy part about a first responder schedule. It's usually 24 on and 48 off. And one of his major concerns was he going to be able to compete because of his schedule and, all this other stuff. And I'm like, Mike, that's not the point, man. But yeah, you get 2 drop races. So, figure out your schedule, figure out your life, get right with the world.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows my dad grew up as a fireman. Most of his time he was spent as a volunteer fireman for our little local department where we lived, and I spent a lot of time in firehouses, and it's such a funny thing. I always try to remind folks that there's so much junk they have to deal with besides just the awfulness that they see. My dad was on the rescue squad for a while, and just a terrible. You're always going to just disaster, and that's not just going into burning buildings, which is amazing enough. I mean, you might as well be a superhero at that point. But then also you're showing up to wrecks, having to see unimaginable things, and all that kind of stuff can get to you, and so that just shows how strong these guys are. And these men and women, there were a lot of women on fire, especially volunteer where we were, there was quite a few women. So that was, it's really awesome to see. Yeah. And there's so much BS too. Golly, having to go, got to go get Papa out of the floor again.
Right.
That's
yep.
So there's always something going, man. So the fire stuff, is cool. Putting out fires is awesome, but there's a lot of other stuff those guys have to deal with. It's just, man, it's unbelievable. So that's why they're heroes.
Yeah, and it's kind of thankless, and I'd agree with you. You think about some of the glory stuff, I guess, or whatever, but that's like 10% of what they have to do. The other 90% is just some of the dumbest, the awfulest. My brother talks about it all the time. He's got to go, some homeless person is knocked out on the side of the road. He's got to go hit him with Narcan, hits him with Narcan. The dude jumps up and starts running, and, because he's back up and going again, it doesn't want to go to jail. I mean, they deal with some of the craziest things. On top of all that, and again, I don't know how they compartmentalize a lot of it, because you talked about it too, just some of the awful things they've had to see. And I'm not going to talk about those things, but holy smokes. So awesome for Goat Locker. We finally did it. I don't know, if it was, the universe aligning and number 13 went to a firefighter. I don't know. I don't know that anybody wanted to be lucky number 13. You got those weird people that won't go to the 13th floor on a building. I don't know. But we're here, and we've got Mike Swartzen. And from what I understand, and this doesn't surprise me one bit, he was just like John Lawless. It must be something about these Air Force guys too. The rig is built. Like, he built it yesterday, right after we left. But he's on shift today. So
like a kid at Christmas, man.
So we should see him in Discord tomorrow. I know we typically like, hey, everybody ping Mike Swartzen. He's not in there yet, but when he hits tomorrow, we're gonna make a thing out of it, and we'll welcome him to the family.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to at one of these firehouses to have a sim rig at a firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They're always hanging out, working out in there. It'd be pretty cool to have one in there.
We've talked about that.
Yeah,
yeah, we've talked about that. And now that we're getting, not that we ever weren't, but kind of getting more involved with our first responders, getting more involved with the fire department. There's been a lot of talks about that, is putting some rigs in some of the firehouses so these guys have something to do when they're not out on a call or they're just relaxing or whatever the case is. So I don't know, you might see, I don't know, Goat Locker Racing rigs in a fire department coming to you. I don't know.
How about that? That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad to have Mike Swartzen. Can't wait to see him join and be a part of it. And y'all, when he gets on Discord, make sure y'all do your normal thing and make him feel welcome. Just an incredible, we're definitely underselling what it means to be able to finally give a sim rig away to a first responder and do it thanks to the community. So thank you guys for all that you did. I mean, dang old socialism worked out in this one. I'm kidding. Kidding. It's a joke. No, it was fun to see the community step up and help be a part of this. So this is you guys celebrate this. This is what you guys did. That's what I love as well about this, is that if you contribute, monetarily or with your time or anything like that, you contributed to this, which I love that. So there's a little bit more ownership with the community with these type of giveaways. Now, the other ones are fantastic. They're great. But that comes off the backs of the Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs. You can stop me when I'm wrong or saying something out of left field. But, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, InVets have a lot to do with those. And we have to kind of share that. But this is one of those that the community can really just kind of grab onto and say, this is something we did. Yes. And I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah. That is, it's a first. It's another milestone for Goat Locker Racing that the community did this, and the community came together, and the community recommended these people. And again, this is part 1 of 2. Yeah. And that's all the foreshadowing I'm going to do on that one. But this is part 1 of 2.
Cool. I love it. Well, something else that's new that's been very exciting, take a little small turn, is the web store has launched. And you can tell it's launched because it says launched right there in that box right there.
That's true.
It's not coming soon. Yeah, it's
not coming soon.
Coming soon was last week, but now it's launched. So you can scan that QR code. Thanks to Amber at Jam Printing Promotions for putting in a lot of this work. I'm sure Pat did a little bit, went to lunch, ate a few sandwiches, and that was the extent of his work on it. And
nailed it.
So thanks to Jam Printing Promotions. You guys have been asking for it, and here it is. So, if I can't tell you how cool this is to be able to have a store like this where you can send people and say, hey, go check out this merch, because not only does it do something good for Goat Locker, but also it does something good for Jam Printing Promotions, because people now finally, anybody can go see how good quality this stuff is, which is something that I've always been blown away by. There's no doubt in any of y'all that have gotten a free T-shirt or gotten something in the past, and you've gotten it, and you're like, "Oh man, thank you!" And you set it over there like, "I'm never gonna wear this." Oh yeah, because it's a piece of junk, or the quality's not good, or something like that. The moment that I got the first hat from Jam Printing Promotions, like, the quality is unbelievable, and this is not a sales pitch. They're not paying me anything. It's just the truth. Like, we're wearing the stuff that they have made, and it's so comfortable. The hoodies, I've heard, I don't have a hoodie. I'm not a big hoodie wearer. Maybe I'll have to get one and just see, but they say it's comfortable. They're awesome. So the quality is unbelievable. So if you're looking for some good stuff to wear that's got something that you're a part of, something that can be a conversation starter, that's what I love about it. Like, what the hell is Goat Locker? And we've talked about this on the channel before. Pat, did you ever look back and go, should we have named this something else? And then we kind of go, no, it's cool, because some people are
Yeah.
kind of like, what is this? What is Goat
Mhm.
Locker? And so when you wear something like this, you get to have that conversation with somebody, and you never know what can come out of those kind of conversations. So it's just really cool. So go check out the web store. There's all kinds of stuff. The best thing about it is there's going to be stuff added from time to time
Yep.
that will be, so you always got something sort of look forward to.
Yeah, and just like last year we sold over 70 something hoodies, which is absolutely incredible, and I expect to do the same this year. Matter of fact, we just got in the first shipment of stuff for the web store. So as you guys and gals are ordering, sweatshirts, I think we got the hoodies in. I think we got a bunch more t-shirts in, things like that. I do have lunch with Amber tomorrow, so I will shovel some more sandwiches into my face and provide no value whatsoever, except for I ate another sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was something everybody wanted. But I know, typically in the past before, I mean, like, hey, we're going to order this. Tell me what you want. We make a little spreadsheet and we get everything taken care of. Now this is easy. You go to the website, you smash it, and then I was just talking to Amber today, and we are going to offer a discount code for every member of the league.
Cool.
So, I know a couple people have already ordered some things, which is awesome. I'll do a little refund on your money too. But we're going to offer a discount code. That way, everybody that's a part of the family gets something, they should have their own discount code. So we'll get that all squared away as well. But yeah, I mean, hats are in, t-shirts are in, we got a bunch of hoodies in, a lot of the stuff like the quarter zips and the polos can be made one-off. We don't have to order a bunch of those at once, so get on there, start smashing the buttons. Christmas is coming. If you don't think we're gonna beat this up all the way up until a couple weeks before Christmas, hey, but it's cool. And Amber put in a tremendous amount of work. She normally charges people for this, to set it up, to do all this stuff, to maintain it. She didn't charge us a dime. She did it out of the kindness of her heart. And now it's up and live. And so, yeah, get on there. I know some of it, as you look at it, it's like, we just set the shipping at a $12 flat fee. If you've shipped anything recently, you probably realize it's not bad. It just makes life simple. And I can't wait to see it continue to grow as well.
Well, you guys order in large enough quantities, they can
Sweet.
reduce the shipping costs. So there you go. So awesome. Yeah, and what I love about a store like that is that you can constantly iterate on. It's not something that's there, that's forever. You can constantly move product in, move product out, and it's just awesome. Cool to have a place to be able to go and just purchase something. And I'm excited to see where that kind of goes and how that changes, evolves over time. And can't thank Amber enough for.
I was just watching the comments, and I don't know how many SAVE22 hats I've seen. Hey, y'all, we're Goat Locker Racing.
Yeah,
and we're not SAVE22.
Yeah,
but I will
go to Tuesday Talk.
Yeah.
Go to Tuesday Talk over at SAVE22 Vet on YouTube. Leave a comment. Maybe they'll send you a hat. Maybe reach out to them if you want a hat. Maybe they've got a way.
Hey,
maybe they get a shop. And they could get.
I'll talk to John. I'll talk to John over there tomorrow and be like, hey, these Goat Locker boys can't get enough of that SAVE22 hat. What do we got to do to make this happen? And I will get some SAVE22 hats. Mark my words, guys.
There you go. Love it. Well, go check that out. You can scan that QR code. Of course, you can just go to the website and just click on shop, and there's a little drop down, and you'll go to GLR merchandise, I believe is how you get there. So, or you can just scan that code, and that'll take you straight to it. You get to shopping today, and awesome stuff. Pat, you want to kind of go over this 2025 community survey little graphic you made? Fantastic graphic, by the way. It looks good. And so it looks like this is probably the first one you did, right?
Yeah, first one. You got to start somewhere, right? But, a few months ago, we rolled out the survey. A lot of people answered, and it was awesome. And we took some time, more time than probably needed, let's be honest, just to kind of compile it, look at it. we discussed it not only, internally, but we discussed it with the board as well, just making sure that we pulled things from it. Obviously, this doesn't outline everything that was within that survey, but we wanted to kind of publish some of those results now. And so people kind of see, well, what you all said and really what our makeup is. And so one of the things that immediately jumped out to us is we've had 200% community growth over the past year, over the past 2 years, I'm sorry. And that is just for an organization to grow at that rate is absolutely incredible. One of the questions that was a part of the survey was like, when did you join Goat Locker Racing? I mean, we went all the way back to 2021 when we initially started this thing. And I was really kind of surprised a little bit too, how many people have been here since 2021. Definitely a lot of growth in 2024, tremendous amount of growth in 2025. But 62% of our population, which I think right now is at like 515 members, are either veterans or first responders, which I think is awesome. And I also think it's awesome that the other, I got to quick math this thing, 38% are not. That means we have this great group of people that just support us for the mission. They're either family members of or something along those lines, or they're just like, damn, what a really cool mission. I want to be involved with that. Mm-hmm. And so that I thought was really, really awesome. And I don't know if some people thought, that number would have been higher. And we definitely talked about that. We were like, oh, well, you guys are Goat Locker Racing and you're veterans and first responders. And I think that number is awesome because that really tells the story of who we are. That's not all we do. That's not all we are. We're a bigger community than that. Yeah. And then of our veterans, 55% of them have some form of disability rating. And I think sometimes, again, somebody sees that number, 55% of your people are disabled. No, not in the sense that you're thinking about it.
Pause.
Yeah. Not in the sense that you're thinking about it. Yeah. But this could be
maybe Lucas lines a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't want to name names. Didn't want to name names, but we can go there. Last time I talked to Lucas, I thought he had a stroke, but apparently it was something else. But but these are men and women that have left the service that have some form of disability rating, and that goes anywhere from 10% all the way up to 100%. And that's anything from you blew your knee out and they patched you up, but you're still 20% disabled. But 55% of our people have some sort of disability rating. And okay. I need my water. And then one of the most telling signs to me was we point blank asked the question, have we helped improve your mental health? Yes or no? And 77% of the people said, yeah, you definitely have. The other, why am I having to keep mathing, man? The other 23%, love being a part of the community, because that was kind of the no answer. We love being a part of the community, but I don't know it's really done much for me. Yeah. And again, I just thought, wow, what a testimonial to what we're doing, that people are willing to say, yeah, Goat Locker Racing's really helped me out. And then we did it on a scale of 1 to 5. Like on 1, hey, I was already cool, all the way up to 5. Like, man, this has been a game changer for me. And 77% of those people said, man, this has been a game changer for me. This has been incredible. So not only are we helping, we're helping in a significant way. And that's really what I wanted to pull from this. I wanted to get a temperature check of, are we accomplishing our mission? Because I think a lot of people look at nonprofits and they go, are they really doing what they say they're doing? Are they really doing this? Are they really doing that? And I never want anybody to question that with Goat Locker. No, Warren, it doesn't count. Let's go ahead and
anyway.
I wouldn't think Goat Locker Racing's sexiest man alive would have that issue. I'm just saying. But it doesn't count. Actually, I think with the VA it does. I think you can actually get a rating for that. So you might be in luck, Warren. But asking for a friend. Sure you were. But yeah.
What about Peyronie's disease? A lot of NASCAR fans apparently have Peyronie's disease.
You okay?
Oh man, sorry.
You want to talk about bent carrots?
Well, I just always know that whenever somebody advertises on something, it's because they think the audience is there, and I'm just like, man, NASCAR fans must be it's a lot of it's a lot of cigarettes and bent carrots because they got breaststreak for COPD. Oh my god!
All right, we're done.
Perfect. That nails the average NASCAR fan in my opinion.
That's it.
So
Yep.
maybe they're onto something. I don't know.
I never put 2 and 2 together until you brought it up, but maybe. Oh man.
Okay.
But yeah, I always want to be that organization that is transparent. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no hiding anything. There's no nothing. We're out there doing the things that we said we're going to do. I'm a huge believer in the fact if you own and operate, if you are a part of a nonprofit, you owe something to everybody. Anybody that gives $1 to $10,000, you owe that to them. You owe that level of integrity, that you are doing the right things with the money that they graciously gifted you with. And so this was another thing, to add a little more transparency to what we're doing. So glad I finally, got it published, and it'll hit socials, and it'll be a part of a couple things as I talk to organizations and companies and things like that. But and we'll put it up in Discord as well, but I wanted our community to see it first.
Yeah. I love it. Well, and it's good to see those type of things. I don't know. If you're part of the community, you see the good that's happening. I mean, you see the, Josh Unger posted a really heartfelt message in the Discord today, talking about he made the playoffs in the ARCA series and how that meant a lot to him. Thanking Jed Cam for him, taking him under his wing and helping him be better and get better at this because he really wants to. So, I mean, if you're part of the community, you already see it. It's good to see it on paper, though, that people feel like it's making a difference. And, and what I love about it is that people aren't afraid to just tell you straight up what Goat Locker means. And there's a lot of mouthpieces for Goat Locker, and you're not paying them a dime to do it. They're doing it because the experience has been well worth it. So, Goat Locker is just incredible. Oh, one thing we haven't talked about, Pat, that we're going to be in trouble maybe for this is we've got to wish happy birthday to Jamie Barkus.
Are we singing?
So
we're not singing. We're not singing.
Mercy, please. No, we're not singing. We're just going to wish
happy birthday.
I'm not singing.
You're not. I am.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. No, that's okay. We can. Okay. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my hetero life mate, Jamie. Happy birthday to you.
Amazing. Well,
thank you.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on another year. There you go. Yay, clapping. So happy birthday to Jamie Barkus. A huge part of this, everything, the league, the nonprofit, everything, co-creator. You want to call it that? I don't know what y'all call it, but I call it a co-creator. But because he was around for the start, and avid stair climber.
True, very true.
One
of the calmest people I've ever met. Super calm.
Super. Oh yeah.
Super chill.
Dude. Yeah.
Super chill.
Yeah, he's like a buggy ride. You know what I'm saying? He's like a horse and buggy ride. Just nothing going on and
nothing.
Just chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No issues at all when you make contact with him on track. There's not. I still to this day I'm surprised y'all ever streamed your own point of views, and his was one of them.
I'm not saying it was the best idea. It was some entertainment.
You could go back and watch as you bumped into him or got close and what he would say about you. It was the best thing. But yeah, happy birthday, Jamie, if you're watching this, man. I hope you have a good one. Hope you're having a good time tonight. And we're glad to have you, man. So happy birthday to him. All right. Woo! All the good stuff is out of the way. Let's talk about even more good stuff and let's get into some talk about the league and the playoffs. I know we don't talk much about the league that much because A, we've got so much other stuff going on, and B, we've got so many series now that it's
hard.
I'll give you sort of my inside thinking, and Pat, you can kind of talk about this,
Yeah.
but I like to give equal equal time to all the series, and it just is so difficult to do. So if you're wondering why there's not much, that's because I don't want any series to feel more important than other, because all of them are important. And so it's kind of hard to get them all in on a reasonable episode. And but we are starting our playoffs, and they're all starting next week. We're right in the middle of the week, so the Monday Night ARCA series has set their field, which is exciting. Tuesday night is not doing playoffs, so they didn't set a field. They're just points all the way through with the IndyCar series. The Wednesday night should have set their field. I don't know. Did we get that graphic posted yet, or we're still working on that?
Nope.
Oh, it is. Yep. Oh, it is. Okay, good.
Yep.
So we could talk a little bit about that, but Pat, I don't know. Talk about the season so far as the racing side goes. Maybe just yours. Has it been enjoyable? Has it been frustrating? What's been going on in your neck of the woods as far as the racing stuff goes?
Well, I mean, one, I haven't been nearly as involved as I have in years and seasons past, so that's kind of been a little disappointing. But a lot of things going on, with Goat Locker proper, and you got to have a little bit of balance. And everything that I see each and every week, go back and watch some of the race broadcasts. Obviously, I talk to a lot of the series directors all the time. It's just been some awesome racing. I mean, all across the board. And it was kind of funny today, too, because we were talking, on the sim pit. And Amir went back and watched some of to get ready for it. And he watched a lot of our broadcasts and went back and, looked at our content. And he was like, oh, my gosh, you guys have some awesome racing. And he talked a little bit and asked questions. He's like, there's so many iRacing leagues that come and go. They come and go and they come and go. And he's like, you guys have stood the test of time and you provide some incredible racing. I'm like, I know. It's probably because I'm not in 90% of the races. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of. And I think the racing's been awesome this year. We did something new again this year with ARCA East and ARCA West, and then full-fledged series with IndyCar, full-fledged GT3 series on Saturday again, which continues to grow like crazy. Mike Swartzen is another sports car guy. He goes to Road America every year, so he is super jacked about coming in and racing GT3s on Saturday. These road guys are just popping up out of the woodwork, man. I never thought I'd have to go scavenging around for some oval guys, but holy smokes, I might have to go find me some oval guys again. But yeah, the racing's been cool, and I can't wait. This is the fun time of the year because I get to get all amped up and see who our champions are going to be, and regular season champions. And Dan's, I don't know that he's fully announced it yet, but the team champions out of ARCA, that has been settled. That's done and over with. And so I think we're going to announce that a little bit later. Not in the show, but a couple weeks from now. And so there's so many cool things like that going. Team championships, and the ARCA series has now mashed itself back down into one. So you got the 8 guys from East and the 8 guys from West and one playoff bracket. Well, 2 playoff brackets because you got Pro and AM. And so all those guys are going to get smashed into these races together. And then everybody else, you'll still be able to race. We'll have other races going on so you can race. But we're going to have a full field of playoff-only drivers on Monday night.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. Yeah.
There will be 2 cars on track, all of them in the playoffs.
32 cars. That's crazy. Yeah, and that's the cool thing. People, the GT3 side is a good testament to it, that people just want a good place to race, man.
Yeah,
a good, solid, well-run place to race. If you stripped away all the good and important parts of Goat Locker, all the really important stuff, the nonprofit side, and what the veteran stuff, you strip all that away, which is a major part of this. So you can't really do that. But if you did, you would still have a fantastic place to race iRacing. Different leagues, different series for whatever skill level, whatever you're into. Goat Locker has it, and it's so cool that it's not, if you don't care, if you're don't care about veterans and you don't understand it maybe from another country. You don't even have that kind of patriotism and don't really understand it, but you love good racing. Goat Locker's still a great place, and we can indoctrinate you when you get here. But
yeah, and then
this
year, we're doing something cool with the trophies. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some custom ones.
Okay.
And I think everybody's really going to enjoy that as well. Of course, the Premier guys they're battling for the WWE belts, and we'll see where those land. It's those are always a dogfight, and you can never, you want to go into Wednesday nights and say, yeah, well, Gardner's the man to beat, and I wouldn't argue with you on that one. Gardner's going to be the man to beat, and you go into Friday nights and like to say I'm the guy to beat because I was last year's champion, and but it's hard to argue against Whitley. And so that's going to be a lot of fun to see. And yeah, I can't wait to kind of show what we're doing with the championship trophies as well. And yeah, we're going to make this fun. We're going to make it cool. And yeah, there's the so many people.
Yeah, these are your AM playoff drivers. So you've got a 32 car fields, two different championships that are being raced for. So you have the Pro Championship and you have the AM Championship. And I keep hearing people say, why don't you just put the pros in one race and the amateurs in one race? And I'm like, no. And here's why. I will be the mouthpiece for this, because you always when you make a series, you have to decide what's the spirit of the series. What is this supposed to be? And at the end of the day, ARCA was supposed to be a beginner series for beginner people to race. And so we started that, had some attendance issues early on, and people were like, hey, I want to race in this series, but you guys are saying I'm too good to race in it, but this is my favorite car. I want to race here. And so then it was like, okay, well, if we have these beginners on track and then we put the pros on track, they'll never win. They can learn from them, but maybe they'll never win.
Right.
Pro-am. So the spirit of the series is to have pros and amateurs together on track so they can learn from each other. They can see how, if a pro is really good, well, you've got the best thing you could have asked for, which is data. You've got if you use telemetry, you've got their data you can look through if you're a nerd. Or you can actually go back on your replays and watch what they do. You can go on the broadcast, see what they do. It's the spirit of it. So splitting them up would be just a complete waste, in my opinion, of this series. So putting them together, we love that. We want to see them on track together. And that way we get to celebrate them together, which is also another thing that I love about this series and but broadcasting it is being able to have two winners. You got the pro winner. They get their little bit of time, but then you get the amateur winner that they get their time and they get to be excited, and they're a winner. They're a Goat Locker winner, and they'll be a champion if they make it to the end of this bracket. So you got Kyle Deering, Alan Smith, Jamie Lipke, Mark Cofield, Sedarius Days. You got Samuel Joseph, Josh Unger. He was very excited. But golly, he was so excited. Made his first playoff appearance. You got Claire Sisk, I do believe. I don't think it's Colton. I think it's Claire.
Correct.
And then you've got Charles Abert, you got Daniel Parks, Kevin Price, Brock Price, the Price, I think it's uncle and nephew, I think is what it is. They made it in. Chuck Phelps made it in, Dave Calvert, and Jacob Linke, and Noah Hogarth making his funny enough, Noah Hogarth has sort of turned in one of the more popular Goat Locker members. So
popular or whipping boy?
They're the same. They're
okay.
the same. You always like to have that guy in your group.
That's true.
And Noah is that guy. So congratulations. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then one of the things we're going to do with this too is you can see some are in blue, some are in red, and that's your East and West. And so it's going to be fun to see too, who's your overall champion? Did they come from East or did they come from West? And it gives you guys something more to root on. If you're going to root on, those West guys, then you're going to know how they're advancing through, or you're going to root on the East guys and see how they're advancing through. So we'll keep track of that as well as they go up through the brackets.
Yeah. Daniel Krakiel, Jacob Ellingson punching airs right now, thinking about that. So really cool to see how that is all played out. Congratulations to all the playoff drivers. Cannot wait to see how this first race, I think Spider-Man 9001 in chat, I don't know who that is. Let us know who that is. Said half the field will be eliminated from playoffs after Atlanta. What a crazy thing to think about. That is crazy. What's also crazy, having 32 playoff drivers in the same race. That is what's crazy. All right, here is your pros. Less important, in my opinion. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Mark Whitley, Ryzen Baker, Christian Angel, newer names to this series coming in, have been super, super fast. Tim Wilms, not a new name. Sort of a quiet guy, doesn't spend too much time chatting around, being like the rest of us D-Gens in Discord. But when he comes to race, he comes to race. He was a solid driver. I think he was second in the 87 qualifying challenge. So he's always around doing some good stuff, and he's really good. Sean Kaiser, a new driver as well, made it in. Jake Ham, no surprise there. Brandon Wallace, Jacob Ellingson, and I don't know which one is which. I think that's the East. And then on the West side, you have you got Tyler Justice, who's been really, really – don't do that. Don't stop that. Oh, dude, gang signs on.
Sorry.
Relax, dude.
Sorry.
Now, Tyler Justice, who's been really, really fast here lately. Barrett Morton has been really good as well. He's also been posting some flight sim stuff where he flies from. I haven't actually seen him, I'll be honest. But I know he posts them every week going from track to track, so I need to check that out. But, hey, you go check it out if you see it on Discord. Pretty cool stuff. George Jewell, a chat favorite, and honestly, like I don't know. He's just been around. He's such a good guy. He's a quiet guy.
Yeah.
He races really well. He doesn't cause a bunch of junk, and he's just one of those members you're just happy to see join. And so we're looking to see him. Love to see him get a championship. Love to see him win a few races. Jeremiah Holt, Logan Threlkeld, TJ Peters, Joseph McWhorter, and Hulin Kauser are your pro ARCA playoff drivers. So congratulations to all the pros. This is going to be a fight. This field's crazy, man. It is so crazy to see these guys going to be battling it out because let's see. I would say more than half of these are race winners. Probably close to all of them have won a race in Goat Locker. So these guys are all good. The competition levels, putting them all together, is going to be wild because it's that's something to think about too. Is just this mushing of drivers that haven't raced with each other all season, mushing them into one race.
Yeah, and that's going to be the other crazy part about it. These guys have been used to racing in their East Division or their West Division, competing against those. And the next week, we're just going to slam them all together, throw them in a big mixing bowl and say, have fun. You got 2 races before we cut this playoff field in half. So it's going to be aggressive. That I'm certain of. And then we're going to throw guys like McWhorter and Whitley back into the same race again. And, yeah, man, it's just going to be good times.
Yeah, going to be fun to see. I mean, this is an experimental type league too. Not only is it a beginner, it's like, hey, we're trying stuff, trying to come up with solutions to problems that we didn't know we had, and some that we did know we had, and trying to make it exciting. And there's no doubt about it. And I know I shouldn't say this. I probably shouldn't say it, but ARCA has sort of been the top dog, man. It's been the most hyped series this season. It's unbelievable the numbers that it brings on the broadcast and the amount of participation in the races has dropped just slightly, which across the board participation has dropped way less than normal, in my opinion, over a season.
Yes.
But the ARCA series just got so much traction, and it's just a fun little playground for us to try to play around with things. So this is all new, I mean, some of this stuff, this may have some issues here and there as we move through this. But I love the fact that even if you're not in the playoffs, you still got somewhere to race. You got something to race for, and there'll be things there that we'll talk about later about that constellation end of the race. So we'll see what they come up with. I mean, who knows? Somebody may come up with an idea tomorrow that gets implemented. So the ARCA series has been just a blast. But there's so much stuff going on all over that it's just I can't wait for how all this plays out. I can't wait to see who comes away with the champion. And it's going to be so cool to see 8 drivers battle for the championship at the end. 4 drivers for the pro, 4 for the amateur, and have 2 champions like last year. It's just to me, obviously, I'm biased, but it was a really cool experience to have a pro and am champion, be able to celebrate together, not one more important than the other, both standing, on the same level as, hey, we're champions. And so that's really cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how it all kind of plays out. We keep experimenting with things, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the Midas touch or whatever, but it seems like anything we do with ARCA kind of turns to gold here a little bit. And this is another one of those experiments. Like, hey, let's just jab 32 guys on the track. All of them are in the playoffs, and see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a lot of fun. And then, here's the Cup Championship grid has been set, and it's going to be another dogfight. I mean,
a lot of the same names too.
Yeah.
You see Timothy Wilms in there. You see Tyler Justice, Jake Ellingson, and then you've got you got the rest of the heavy hitters. You got Lipke in there, but you got Garner, McElwain, Dylan Canova, which has been he's been a really solid driver this season. Ryan Pendleton, and of course you, Pat. You're in there. Despite your best efforts.
Probably about as far as I'm going to go, but I'm in there.
But, I mean, this is a fun field. I enjoy watching these drivers. Silvers, his name is Jake Silvers.
Sure.
I'm struggling.
Sure.
If somebody tell me what Silvers this is, he's a new driver to me. And so, but I know he's been really competitive as well. And then Cody Anderson has been racing, Jamie Barkus, and then good to see Jamie Lipke in the round of 12. Just really, really cool. I don't know. There's just something part of me that loves to see people's improvement.
And we some people got the call to come up to the Premier Series. They went through the tryouts and treeouts, or however that joke went. The treeouts.
James Silvers. Thank you.
Well, you were close. It started with the JA.
Yeah. Very close.
Nailed it. And so some of them got the call up to the Premier Series, and I know they were super stoked about that they got to come up to the Premier Series and race in it. And it's been some incredible racing with them. I mean, Lipke's a perfect example of that. Her racecraft and everything has improved tremendously and deserves to be in these playoffs. 100% deserves to be in these playoffs. But it's going to be a dogfight, and I think some of these other guys, I mean, guys like Cody McElwain that came back full time again this year and has showed out. I think he's got four race wins already, and but I mean, Jeremy Gardner's he is a next gen machine. Yeah. So, and then tonight we got the late model stocks.
Actually, it's funny enough. I think this is his first season in those cars.
I think so. Like full season. Yeah. I don't know. I think he races for a setup shop too. Weird.
No, I think this is the first time he's driven this car, honestly.
Oh.
It's an inside joke.
All right. And, and then we'll have tonight, the late model stocks will set their, playoff field. And then, Friday, the big dogs will show up in the truck series, and we'll round out that field as well. Saturday is straight points. They're running an IMSA style, which is awesome. And then Sunday we got the Xfinity series that'll set their playoff grid. And then next week.
This week is Spa, the 2 hours.
Oh, that's right.
GT3. So, come out Saturday night if you're not planning on racing. Come out and watch that one. Help your broadcasters out. They're going to be out there working overtime to put that one on. But Spa is such a cool track that and 2 hours at Spa is going to be a lot of fun. So. Pat's yawning, so guys, that means the show's over at this point. Now
I'm just old. That's all that means is I'm old. That's it.
So, and you know what? I'm pretty mad about the weather. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope the weather for Spa. I hope it's what it needs to be, Tim. So make sure you're doing the.
Please. Okay. Let's just get this out of the way. Please, please, please. No one ever talk to Tim about the weather. Just don't talk to him. Just let the man be.
Yeah.
Just let him do his thing. He gets great
I'm gonna be
joy out of it.
If you want to make my day better, go in there and complain about the weather. It would make my day great the other day. So, yeah, if you want to complain about the weather, please do.
No, we're on opposite sides of this one, Eddie.
Okay.
Leave the man alone. Yeah, I hope it's a lot of fun. I tend to forget, Tim threw a few of those in this year, the 2-hour endurance races, which I think is phenomenal.
Great idea.
And then we're going to have a bunch of, I am sure here very shortly, we're going to see a bunch of 24-hour Daytona teams starting to form. And,
oh, man, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. It's going to be a whole lot of fun seeing that come together, seeing how many teams Goat Locker is actually going to field in this thing. But, yeah, y'all come out and check out the 2 hours of Spa. Tune into the race broadcast. The GT3 series has been amazing.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's enough for tonight. Gosh, we covered so much. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, how does it go so fast? We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but yeah, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. That was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me to get on here and run my mouth since I'm behind. I don't get to announce as much as I used to. I don't get to talk. I don't get to talk enough. I'm only child, Pat, so I got to talk a bunch.
Well, you might know the guy that's in charge of all that.
Yeah, I know, but I want to make sure. I've got to make sure everybody gets. I've been covering some races. I did a Friday night truck series with Jacob Linke. We did Darlington, and that was a lot of fun. So,
okay.
I do get the itch every once in a while to jump in and be an announcer. I feel like there's a lot of the guys we got announcing for us right now that are pretty incredible, and they only keep getting better exponentially. So I don't want to stunt their growth by coming in here like a bull in a china shop with my dumb self. But it's a lot of fun, and you know why it's a lot of fun? It's because you guys put on fantastic racing, and that makes it so easy to call these races. We're going back and forth in the east and west of the ARCA series, and that's chaotic. Wouldn't be near as fun and worth the trouble if your racing wasn't so good. So, want to thank y'all for putting on fantastic racing clean, racing smart, and taking care of each other. Doesn't always happen. Everybody gets mad every once in a while, but appreciate those that take the time to talk about it after the race, squash the beefs, and show each other some love, man. That's what it's all about here. Be mad at each other for 5 minutes and get over it, man, because it's a lot bigger than this, and we've kind of talked about why here tonight. So once our new rig winner gets into Discord, is he in Discord yet? Not quite.
No, he's still at the fire station.
If he does, once we do, make sure y'all show him some love, add him, let him know that he's appreciated, and we're ready to get him in some races. So,
hell yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got tonight. Pat, you got anything else before we go?
No, I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to say something. I don't know why I do that. That's like dumb. That's really dumb. But I know Jake's put out a couple different things, but we are hard at work on 2026 already. I'll throw it out there if you got any ideas, as long as they're not dumb ideas. And you all know what a dumb idea is, so don't even pretend like, we got to be politically correct. When you put that out there, it was a dumb idea. So send your good ideas to Jake, not me, to Jake. If there's something you want to see changed, if there's, I don't know, instead of late model stocks, you want to put super lates on Thursday, or I don't know, you don't like Tim Jones and you're like, the heck with GT3s. Let's go back to racing, Miatas or MX5 Cup. That's not going to happen, but but get that out there because we are hard at work on 2026. But thanks to everybody.
Well, not all ideas are going to be used, but you never know. There's some rumblings of a multi-class on Saturday night. Multi-class series might happen, and that all came from suggestions from the community. So we'll see. Lots of stuff going on. A lot of stuff can happen. So appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you all for liking, subscribing to ATYL Media. Let them know that you appreciate them. Go watch some of their podcasts. Go check them out. Also NASCAR with a D .shop. Go check out their stuff. And, of course, SAVE22. Thank them. Go check out the GLR merch shop. You got something you want, go order something. And, hey, as always, if you got $50, so you're just like, golly, I don't know what to do with this $50. you can always donate. Go to lockerracing.org/donate, or just go there, click on donate. Or if you know somebody that's got a bunch of money that wants, a couple $1 million that they would like to donate, hey, send them to that website, and
we'll get them taken care of.
We'll get it figured out. So, but anyway,
Yes,
thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. We'll see y'all next week. We might have a guest next week. We might not, just depending on if they show up or not. Yeah, they may show up. Look, it's like it's going to be like that mystery Laffy Taffy. It's either going to show up or it's not. It's just that's how we're going to do the guests from now on. There might be a guest, there might not be.
Who knows?
That's good. Yeah, who knows? So, anyway, see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all.